Alright guys, welcome back to Balaka's Fish Room. Today we're just going to be doing a little update video, but also an introduction to a couple of new fish that I've started growing out in the fish room to try and start, getting selective breeding pairs. So this is just going to be a quick video today, but we're going to start off here again in front of the Trimac tank. So the really cool thing about the Trimacs at the moment is the female's gone into her spawning dress. So she's actually down here in this terracotta pipe, and the male, you can see he's pretty busy cleaning this rock that you can see back here. There's all these lines all over the rock. See if we can zoom in there. There's all these lines all over the rock of where their teeth have been scraping. Oh, here comes a female. You can see her in her spawning dress, all those stripes and the nice lime green, and she's getting a lot more aggressive towards the male. Which shows that she's starting to really come into her zone and that she's getting ready to drop those eggs. So, that behavior is exactly what we want to see, potentially 1 or 2 days before they're about to start spawning. So that's what's really cool about this tank. Hopefully we're going to get a spawn soon. So anyway, moving on to the next tank. So this tank is now growing out some baby black nasties. So we can see them down here. We've got a few here. This guy here, he's got a black spot right on the top of his head, which is really cool. He's the only one that has that, so we'll see how he turns out. I think it's going to be a male because he's the biggest so far, but we've got 8 small black nasties in here. They're about 1 inch long at the moment, and looking forward to see how they turn out and seeing the pairs kind of splitting up and everything like that. So that's that tank. Then we'll walk over here to the dovii, or the wolf cichlids. So we can see the females starting to get that really yellow and aqua sheen to her. So what that says to me is that she's also getting ready to spawn. And we've got the big male over here. We'll see if he can come over into this light. Come bud. No, he's pretty set in his ways. So he's quite large at the moment. He's getting bigger every day. He's at about 12 to 13 inches now. So this tank by no means is going to be enough for them long term. But they're actually a perfect pair. They don't show any aggression towards each other whatsoever. And I have had one spawning in here. It wasn't successful, but they have spawned. So, hopefully, the next time they spawn, they don't eat the eggs, and we get a good amount of babies out of them. Just so, not so much that I want to sell them, but more so that I can see that they're actually comfortable in the tank. Because I've only had them in here for a couple of months, so to see them have a successful spawn would be really, really good. All right. Then we'll move on to this tank over here. So this tank is the last tank in the fish room, other than my spare tank. It's kind of down here, but there's nothing in there at the moment. But in this one, we've got some what are they? We got some Vieja Hartwegi. So sorry about the algae on the glass, but we've got 8 small Vieja Hartwegi in here. So my goal again is to grow these guys out and select 1 or 2 pairs out of these guys, and hopefully get these breeding. So I reckon it'll take them about a year to get up to that spawning size. So it's just kind of that waiting game. We'll wait and see what happens, but yeah, I'm really excited to have these guys in the fish room as well. Vieja Hartwegi. They're pretty rare here in Australia. I haven't heard of them being available before, so I'm quite excited to have these. So yeah, can't wait to see what these guys grow up into. And we'll quickly just pop in and do a quick update on the Vieja Argentine tank, and I've got another tank as well in the main house to show you with some new fish in there as well. So let's just pop in there. All right, so here we are in front of the Argentines, or the Musca Heroes Argentius as they're now known. So you can see we've got the divider still up in the middle here. However, I'm trying a different thing. This is the second day that I've had this in here. So I've created 5 nice large slots that the female here she can actually go through in and out as she pleases. So if the male starts to get a little bit too much for her, she can come over back over to her side where she's got lots of hiding places, lots of dither fish to make her feel comfortable. But it also gives her a retreat away from this big guy here. He's a little bit of an asshole. Not too aggressive, but he will all of a sudden just start chasing around the tank and kind of not let up on her. So I want to see how this divider goes, make sure that she knows how to use it properly. The last thing I want is her to get stuck over this side and he goes crazy and really hurts her or anything like that, because they are, like I said in the last video, they are very rare fish in Australia. So to have just a male and a female is one thing. To try and get them to pair as adults is a total opposite. It's going to be quite difficult, but I'm going to be patient with these guys. If I need to put a solid divider back up and cover up those holes to really give her some space, then that's what I'll do. But I wanted to just see how this method would go, putting the holes in the divider, get him to pair up, and hopefully one day, whether it be in a month, a couple of months, 6 months, or a year, that this male and female, hopefully they pair up, and whether they spawn or not, you can tell when something's paired, and that'll, you know, be just a matter of time then until they do spawn. So pretty excited where this tank is at now. Like the female over here, she's got some absolutely amazing coloration on her, along with the male. So they are two absolutely beautiful fish, and I would hate for anything to happen to them. So I'm gonna keep a really close eye on them, make sure they're all good. And yeah, I mean, there's a couple of other fish in here which are making them feel comfortable. So we've got a pair of just the convex cichlids, just the standard convex. The female's pretty dull, but you know, I'm not too bothered. I'm not trying to breed them. Then we got just some silver dollars. We got a jaguar. I think it's a female jaguar, and there's a little dovi in here as well. They're just a couple of fish that I have spare at the moment. But everything seems to be going pretty well in this tank, so I'm not going to change much else other than maybe popping that solid divider in to cover up those holes. So other than that, not much to report on this tank, just being patient. Got a lot of hiding places for the female in both sides that the male can't get to. And yeah, fingers crossed, and we'll be patient. So now the last tank that I want to show you, and we'll close out on this one, is we'll head over to it. We've got a Geophagus tank. So it is looking a little bit murky at the moment, but we'll go have a quick look. Alrighty, so we're in front of the Geophagus tank. So in here, I've just purchased, and they've literally been in here for about 2 hours. They're called Geophagus Brachybranchus, or Brachybranchus. I'm not too sure. This is the first earth eater that I've actually kept, so this is going to be a learning experience for me to you know, see how they act and everything like that. So I think we've definitely got a male in here, maybe two. Hoping that we've got 2 males and 3 females, and then they can start pairing up. All I've really done is got a sponge filter out of the other tanks. I've set up a little internal filter as well, just to give it a bit more of that water flow, and a couple of logs from the other tank. So it's a fully cycled tank already. Oh, pardon me. Fully cycled tank already. That's got heaps of this nice fine sand down here for them to be able to sift through, and yeah, it's a perfect little setup for a breeding pair of the Geophagus Brachybranchus. So the other really cool thing was I had a tank that I thought that all the eggs that I had in there, that they died. I thought that they went a little bit funky because I removed the eggs probably too early, and yeah, I thought they died. So I kind of neglected the tank, and that was this little tank that's sitting over here. But you might have seen these little things stuck to the glass, just wiggling all around the place. So there's one here, there's another one down here on the glass. Let's see if we can get... So there's actually about 20 baby peppermint bristlenose catfish in here. So I took them out of the little tank that I had there that I totally neglected because I didn't think anything survived. But bugger me, when I went to drain the tank out, all these little things started swimming around, which was really cool. So so we've got 20 peppermint bristlenose catfish. We've got the 5 Brachybranchus in here, and I'm just really interested to see how this tank goes. See if we get a breeding pair fairly soon. Like they're at about 2.5 inches at the moment, so they're already a good size. So I think in the next few weeks to a month, we're going to see them start to pair up, and I might have to sell a couple on. But other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. All the fish that I have at the moment are going well. We've recovered from the loss of the black nasties, and yeah, so we've right now we're just waiting to see if we can get a couple of these fish spawning, see if we can get a pair out of these guys and grow up those black nasties in the Hartwegi successfully, and get a pair or two out of those fish as well. So anyway, thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one.